friends. Today we are going to read Santa's Hat by Linda Bleck. Now let's look at Santa in this picture. He doesn't quite have on his normal hat, does he? Well, in this story, Santa has misplaced his hat and he can't find it anywhere, but he wants to go outside and play with the elves because there's a winter festival going on where the elves are building a snowman. And so he's trying to find a different hat to wear. Maybe he could just dig around and find a different hat. But does this look like Santa's hat? Not quite. Kind of looks like a Christmas tree. Oh, here's one that could maybe work for Santa's hat. Let's see. Oh, that doesn't quite look right. What type of hat is this? Oh, it's a graduation cap. That's not Santa's hat, is it? Oh, I wonder if I can find a Santa. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found Santa's hat. I found Santa's hat. Is that not Santa's hat? What is this? Oh, it's a unicorn horn. No, that won't work. What about this one? That's closer. But this one kind of looks like an elf, doesn't it? Oh, I bet I can find something better. Let's look. What about this one? Yes, that's much better. So that's kind of what happens in this story. Santa's looking for his hat, and he tries out some other hats to see what works. So let's start reading. Santa's Hat by Linda Bleck. Here's Santa searching for his hat everywhere. Look at him. And he looks like he has two little puppy dogs that are helping him. Today was Christmas Eve at the North Pole, and it was the annual snow festival. Everyone from the elves to the snow bunnies to the reindeer were participating in a snowman building event. Let's look. Oh, that looks fun. Look, they are hanging different decorations. And they're going to have a snowman building contest or event. That sounds fun. Mrs. Claus says, "Put on a hat if you're going to go outside. You don't want to catch a cold right before Christmas." "But I can't find my hat," said Santa. "I've been looking for it everywhere." Santa doesn't need to go out in the cold without a hat. He can't catch a cold right before Christmas. He's very busy on Christmas Eve. "Wear one of these," said Mrs. Claus. She opened a big chest full of hats. Santa's dog, Belle and Beau, pawed through the hats. They were all different shapes and sizes. Look at that big chest full of hats. Let's see if Santa can find one to wear. Thought Santa. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try a new hat for a day. So he starts to dig through the box. There's all kinds of hats in there. I like this one. It's fancy. Look at that. It's got little pom-poms all around it. Let's see what Santa tries on. Oh, goodness. Santa began trying on each hat. One hat was very silly. Look at that. It's got little birds on the top of his head. That doesn't look like Santa's hat, does it? One hat was a little too wide. It's a very cool sombrero, and I like it a lot, but it doesn't really look like Santa's hat. One looked a little spooky and scary. It's a Halloween hat. Look at that. Looked like bat ears or cat ears. Does that look like Santa's hat? No. Ooh, one was way too tight. Give him a headache if he tries to wear that one. One was way too big. Look at that one, you can't see. And one was way too fancy. Oh goodness, Santa would look way too fancy going to the outside festival in that one. What do you think he will do? Let's see. Oh, he pulled out an old baseball cap. He said, "This one might be good for sliding in the snow," Santa said. So here he is trying on the baseball cap, And here he is imagining sliding in the snow like you were sliding into home base in baseball. Look at him. He looks pretty cool in that hat. Has a big S for Santa. Next, he found a hockey helmet. "Watch me get a hat trick," he shouted to Belle and Beau. So there he is. A hat trick is a hockey term. And there he is in his hockey helmet. He's imagining playing a hockey game. The dogs don't look too impressed with that hat, do they? Let's see what else he finds. When Santa found a cowboy hat, he exclaimed, "Oh, silver spurs would look good with this hat. Giddy up, Blitzen." So here he is imagining himself riding Blitzen like a horse, like a cowboy. And Santa kind of looks good in the cowboy hat. What do you guys think? Still not quite his hat though, is it? And the dogs are looking at him like he's silly. Then Santa slipped on a detective's hat and started looking around the room. Let's find out who's naughty or nice this year. So he's looking at his naughty and nice list with his detective hat on. "All aboard," Santa shouted as he found a train conductor's hat and put it onto his head. "Choo-choo, full steam ahead." Here he's imagining his sled is a train, and he is a train conductor. "Here, Santa, how about this one?" said Mrs. Claus. She slipped on a cap that she had just knitted for him. "My favorite colors, and it will keep my ears warm. This'll do," Santa said. The dogs are happy he finally found a hat that will work. And he puts it on, and that one's a little bit more Santa style, don't you think? But not quite the traditional Santa's hat that we're used to. Look, his dog has on the cowboy hat. Santa ran outside to look at all the snowmen that had been built. He's excited to go see them all. He was running late from spending so much time looking for his hat. The elves were putting on the finishing touches. It looks just like Santa. They had built a Santa snowman. He was holding a present in his arms. "What do you think?" asked the elves. "I think it looks like it's missing something, but I can't quite put my finger on it." What do you think it's missing, guys? What has Santa been missing this whole time? Do you think it needs a little something on the top of it to make it look like Santa? What do you think? Let's see. One of the elves pointed at the box with a shy little grin. "Oh, is it a present for me?" asked Santa. So he opened it up, and what was inside it? It's Santa's hat, and they're all giggling. You see all the giggling going on. Pages are stuck together, guys. Sorry. "Ho, ho, ho," chuckled Santa. "This one is a perfect fit." And he put the one that Mrs. Claus had knitted on the snowman. The end. I love that story. You know what would be fun is if you drew your own Santa, and then after you drew your own Santa, put a silly hat on him. I loved the pages where it had all the different silly hats, where he had some that were too big and some that were too small, or some that were too long or some that were too fancy, some that had birds on them and some that had propellers. I think it would be a lot of fun to draw Santa and then draw your own hat for Santa's head. That might be a fun activity for later. I hope you enjoyed this book, guys.